because over time, the effort should drop and the yield should go up.
What are some of the key metrics I should be measuring in my business and why?
Well, I guess it depends on the size of business. When I first started my business, one of the first metrics that I was measuring personally was how much profit am I getting out versus how much time am I putting in. I believe business should be a vehicle for time freedom. And so if I was measuring, 40, 50, 60 hours a week for this much profit, that sucks. And so it would force me to look at ways to become more efficient. I think the big ways to become more efficient, to develop key assets in your business. So to think of it as a physical thing, and how do I develop physical things, whether they be digital or literally physical, like, a book is a physical thing that helps attract inbound opportunity, etc., requires less of my time, or as a result, making more money, putting less time in, etc. So that would be number one, just broadly speaking, how much effort do you have to put in to get a yield out of this business? Because over time, the effort should drop and the yield should go up. And yet that's not the case for most. The other thing, anyone under about 1.5 million revenue tends to have some bottlenecks around sales and marketing. That's where a lot of their energy and effort is going. And so we measure, and we encourage all of our clients to measure, laps. Essentially, if you want to be going faster in business, run more laps. You want to be healthier and stronger in business, you want to outperform your competition, do more laps than them. So what does LAPS stand for? It stands for leads, appointments, presentations, and sales. And so if you're measuring, because as you said, what gets measured gets improved. If you're measuring your leads, if you're measuring how many of those leads are turning into appointments. Now, another name for appointments might be bookings or registration. So someone hits your database, gives you a name, email, phone number, and let's say you have a book a demo or book a call or come along to a presentation or what have you. We would call that an appointment, where someone said, yeah, I'm interested in hearing more about what you do and how you do it. Now, of course, not everyone's going to show up to that. There's going to be a drop off. So we have another one called presentations, where you or one of your team has the ability to present the value that you offer. And then, of course, finally, sales. How many of those actually convert? People don't like measuring their leads, their appointments, their presentations, or their sales in the early days, especially if you've just got a small team, because the numbers normally suck. And we'd like to live in the fantasy of, if I just make my product or service better, then everything will get better. But as the years goes past and time slips by, well, that's not the case. What gets measured gets improved. So by starting to measure, your energy in versus treasure out, number one, and then laps, leads, appointments, presentations, and sales. My experience, if your objective is growth, if you're a small business owner with a small team, that's what you should be focusing on.